Hello everyone, welcome to Books Mandala's YouTube channel. In this channel, we talk about everything and anything related to books. So, in today's video, we have the summary of a very popular young adult book, Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies is a 1954 debut novel by the Nobel Prize-winning British author William Godling. The book focuses on a group of British boys stranded on an uninhabitable island and their disastrous attempt to govern themselves. Lord of the Flies explores the dark side of humanity, the savagery that underlines even the most civilized human beings. The novel has been generally well received. Times magazine has named it as one of the 100 best English language novels from 1923 to 2005, and also in its list of the 100 best young adult books of all time. It is also a popular reading material in schools. In the midst of a nuclear war, a plane evacuating a group of schoolboys from Britain crashes on a deserted tropical island. The boys are all in their middle childhood or pre-adolescent. The group is roughly divided into the little uns, boys around the age of 6, and the big uns, who are between the age of 10 and 12. Two boys, Ralph and Piggy, discover a conch shell on the beach, deciding to use it as a horn to call on the others if needed. Ralph appears responsible for bringing all the survivors together, so he is quickly elected as the chief. At first, the boys enjoy life without adult supervision, splashing in the water and playing games. Ralph, however, complains that they should be building huts for shelter and maintaining a signal fire so that a passing ship will see the smoke signal and rescue them. However, the boys fail to pay attention to the fire and the flames engulfs the forest. One of the youngest boys in the group disappears, presumably having been burned to death. Ralph appoints another boy, Jack, to be in charge of a group to hunt food. Jack, who also wants to lead, draws the boys slowly away from Ralph's influence. When a ship passes by on the horizon one day, Ralph and Piggy notice, to their horror, that the signal fire, which had been Hunter's responsibility to maintain, had been burnt out. Furious, Ralph confronts Jack, who has just returned with his first kill. When the hunters act frenzied with excitement, chaos ensues. Conflict arises between Jack and Ralph and the forces of savagery and civilization that they represent. The situation worsens when the boys begin to develop paranoias about the island. They begin to believe that a beast lives on the island. Ralph insists that no such beast exists, but Jack boldly promises to kill the creature, as a result gaining a level of power over the group. One night, an aerial battle occurs above the island. A fighter pilot is ejected from his plane and dies on the descent. His body floats down with an open parachute and lands on a mountain top. The parachute gets tangled in a tree and occasionally inflates with the breeze, making the body appear to sit up and sink again. The boys mistake the dead body for a beast that they fear. The boys organize a hunting expedition to search for the monster. Jack and Ralph, who are increasingly at odds, travel up the mountain. They see the silhouette of a parachute from a distance and think that it looks like a deformed ape. They return to tell the others what they saw. Jack tries to turn the group against Ralph, asking them to remove Ralph from his leading position. Eventually, a group of boys join Jack, drawn by his bravery and boldness. Jack declares himself the leader of the new tribe of hunters and organizes a hunt. They manage to hunt a sow, decapitate it, and place its head on a sharpened stake as an offering to the beast. The sow's head on the spike is bloody and covered with flies. The sight makes a boy, Simon, start to hallucinate. He has a terrible vision that the head is speaking. He imagines the voice belonging to the Lord of the Flies. The voice mocks Simon's belief in the beast and reveals that they themselves are the beast, that the beast lives inside them all. Simon faints. Once awake, Simon goes to the mountain and discovers the dead man and the parachute. Now realizing that the beast does not exist externally, Simon travels to the beach to tell the others what he saw. But the others are in the midst of a chaotic celebration. Even Ralph and Piggy have joined Jack's feast. The frenzied boys mistake Simon for the beast and beat him to death. Both Ralph and Piggy participate in the fight, but are deeply disturbed by their actions later. Jack has turned the majority of the group on his side. He declares that the real symbol of power on the island is not the conch shell, but Piggy's glasses. He orders the hunters to raid Ralph's camp and steals Piggy's glasses. When Ralph goes to confront Jack, he orders to tie up the twins, Sam and Eric, and fights with Ralph. The last sense of order is removed when a boy named Roger deliberately rolls a boulder down the mountain, killing Piggy. It also shatters the conch shell. Ralph barely escapes the chaos. Ralph hides for the rest of the night and the following day. Meanwhile, the others are trying to hunt him like an animal. Jack orders the other boys to ignite the forest so that the smoke will drive Ralph out of his hiding place. Ralph is forced out into the beach, where he knows the other boys will arrive to kill him. Out of exhaustion, Ralph trips and falls. When he looks up, he sees a British naval officer standing over him. The officer's ship noticed the fire raging in the jungle. The other boys reach the beach and stop in their tracks at the sight of the officer. Stunned at the bloodthirsty, angry, savage kids, the officer asks Ralph to explain the situation. Ralph is overwhelmed with everything that has happened. He bursts into tears over the death of Piggy and the end of innocence. Jack and the other boys also revert to their true ages and break into sobs. The officer expresses his disappointment at seeing the boys exhibit such feral behavior. He turns to look awkwardly at his own warship and lets the boy regain their composure. The boys are then rescued from their mock war. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you find this summary useful. You can purchase this book from booksmandala.com. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more bookish content.